Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Building Your Empire with SophieZo. I am so excited for today's guest. We have my really great friend and colleague Jane Morba with us today. Jane is a visibility marketing expert specializing in helping ambitious midlife direct sales female entrepreneurs to get visible and consistent on video without fear and confusion so they can increase their influence and income in their business. She's a certified life and business coach with an international academy, but realized she was more interested in online digital marketing. She focused on sharing her image making skills to bringing women out in their own authentic visibility in video in a series that pertains to their audience to stand out. Digital marketing is her focus with connecting women to the skills of attraction marketing and online marketing skills to advance their business. Her focus is to help women share their stories and bring people into their business online and beyond. She helps them generate revenue and opportunities that are authentic with a focused system in place, creating a story, video creation, and consistency in content. Her goal is to get out from behind the camera and in front as soon as possible and build relationships based on people's goals to grow their business. She lives in New Jersey, close to the New York state line, but loves the Red Rock Canyon in Las Vegas, where she has been going for years and attends live events and being around creative people to grow her business and help others believe in their own next chapter and process. Jane, welcome to the podcast. I'm so excited to have you today.
Thank you so much. This is a great day. I'm on the SophieZo show. It's going to be epic. I'm really excited.
Awesome. I'm so glad to hear it. So, I'm going to start you out like I do everybody else. What is your best advice for business owners who want to scale to the next level and beyond?
I'm probably going to start with let's get visible. As a direct sales marketer, I knew to be visible is going to be a place where you're going to be a step above your competition. So when I started being visible, I actually experienced a lot of my own insecurity of being visible, even though I was a photographer in a previous lifetime and I helped hundreds of women look really good in front of the camera. I just know to help my other women to be really extraordinary in video in front of the camera is the pivot that will help women be more successful. I had my own insecurities when I started that journey of being visible. Who do I think I am? Is anybody going to really believe me? The imposter syndrome, a lot of these things that I think women experience. But I knew I had to get more confident in my body. It wasn't just showing up, it was going to be content and a script and having a roadmap ahead of me. So I'm going to say we really need to embrace our own visibility. And when I was starting, I was looking at also other successful direct sales marketers online. So let me see what they're doing. And you could see everything that they're doing is very obvious. And when I did the research, they were confident, they had content, and they were consistent. That was their game plan. And I said, that's it. I am totally sold. I am embracing, I'm making this pivot to be visible with the camera. That was my new passion. And I was going to move forward in that direction. And that's what I would really encourage women to think about, just like I thought. Why not me? Why not me? Why couldn't I just get in front of the camera and create a story, create content, and be consistent? And that's what I definitely want to talk about today, more and more. So, but one of the things that will come up are a lot of the obstacles or how people are doing it wrong. So I'd love to talk about that. Um,
What is there? I mean, of course, there's a wrong way to do video. I mean, you obviously don't want to, have your video turn out upside down because trust me, I have done that. I have done video and then gone, oh my God, it's upside down. What the hell did I do wrong? And then it's like, oh, well, I did my phone this or I did that, or my phone just, or my whatever just tripped out because unfortunately that kind of stuff happens too. So, what do you feel is the ideal setup for doing video to be visible, in your own skin, so to speak? Because, the days of the highly produced, prim and proper videos are kind of over.
Yeah.
But yet you don't want to sit here in your pajamas and, bedhead and all those things unless that's just your MO. I mean, because there are some people that is their MO. What is that ideal way to show up when, especially in confidence and who you are and the way you look? Because I know so many women are self-conscious about how they look, even if they're fully made up, hair done, all of those things.
Excellent. Excellent. So one of the mistakes I see people make is they're winging it. And that's not gonna cut it, right? When people are winging it, or they overproducing and they want to look perfect. That's not really effective either. So, or they just need a little bit more confidence in their bodies. So I think those are some of the mistakes that people have. But some of the solutions is to, like you said, people don't want to see super perfect, right? We want to see a little bit more raw. So we got to find that right balance for ourselves. But here's the good news. The benefit is all you're kind of looking at this three pockets. One is that you're going to get in touch with your story, no matter where you are. Your story is going to really be important. And then it's the content creation, and then it's the consistency. But if we create this content creation, we're going to get out of overwhelm and that burnout feeling that women, female entrepreneurs can experience, that 24/7 burnout. And then if we have more of a structure and get out of that winging it, we're going to actually write some scripts and we're going to batch it. We're going to batch everything and say a goal of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And look, I'm in the trenches with everyone too. It's a process. Didn't all come easy to me. It was, I'm going to shine the light on the roadmap for everyone, that this can be so much more energy conserving, and we're going to kind of rock it in a way that's going to give us a lot more money. It's going to give us a lot more ease. We're going to have that like freedom, more freedom lifestyle. And we're going to, every video should be in our minds. Every video was like, I'm going to make money with this video, especially on YouTube. I can make money on this video. This is going to be great. It's going to be a call to action. So again, the pockets of it, the pockets of the buckets, and we kind of make these buckets of what our goals are for like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. But a lot of things will come up for us. Believe me. Right? Am I good enough? Who do I think I am? And all those insecurities, those will come up. It's a guarantee that we're stepping into, that's going to happen. But I want to make it have you more ease and more flow, and have a game plan. This is what digital marketing is really about, and that's part of the journey. And I love what you said, like, hey, how do I show up? Some people are more documentary style. That could be you can have more connection with that. And some people are, you're going to do it in the studio. But I'll say some of the other mistakes direct sales marketers make, maybe they're really good with sales, but they're not showing up consistently with video and confidence, that they're kind of missing some of the extra market and making money, that they can probably make sales with if they just have more consistent flow of video. And nobody wants to be sold to. They don't want to be sold to. So video could be a great alternative to say, oh, I got a video series on this. That just feels like people will know, like, let's talk about marketing. Let's talk about marketing for a minute, right? Marketing is about knowing, liking, and trusting you. And when people know, like, and trust you, they'll buy from you. And that's a journey, right? And I think you actually do that in a really good way. You're a great example of this, Sophie. The SophieZo, like, it is consistent. You are a rock. You're consistent. People know, like, and trust you. Get to a little bit about your own thoughts and feelings about the topic. You have some amazing creative people here. So that's like yeah, you're welcome. That's your that's kind of like your marketing style, right? And I think that's showing such consistency. I know and like and trust you, because of the the consistency. So that's an example of being consistent in some of the ways with video, and it can be a series of something.
I love that. Well, and I love that there's so many options with video that, a lot of people don't even think about, because when you think of video, many people think about, setting up the equipment and, and having a script and going blah, 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 blah. But there is so much more to it, because it's not just about a script and a perfect look, and not even a perfect look. It's about, I mean, they want to get to know you as a human being too. So, there's a happy medium between the scripted, series of videos that teach something, and you just showing up and being who you are, and not winging it, because you're right, winging it doesn't work, because you end up rambling and, going off on tangents, and people are like, okay, I'm scrolling away now. But you've got to have the natural, like, behind the scenes kind of a thing too, so that they can get to know you, the human being too. um and what I love about video too, and I would assume that you teach this as well, is once you have a video or 5 videos, you can repurpose that into other ways of digital marketing. You can get it transcribed and turning it into a blog post, turn it into social media posts, make it a newsletter. You can do so much with video. It can be your starting point of your content marketing strategy, because then you're not reinventing the wheel going, okay, my videos are about this, my blogs are about this, my social media posts are like about this, and you're trying to create tons and tons of original, different content. And you don't have to. You can take one piece, one video, and turn it into all kinds of different content to market yourself, to teach people, to show them who you are. Because one thing that I know that is very true today more than ever is people like to learn in different formats. I mean, that's why there's Kindle, Audible, YouTube, and blogs, and all the whole 9 yards. You've got to have that well-rounded strategy that does a little bit of everything, so that you can appeal to your ideal client in the way that works for them. What is your experience with that?
Oh, I think I absolutely love what you're saying. And I know people probably come to you because you are a business strategist, to come to you with their digital marketing and say, how are we going to appropriate this? Right? How are we gonna like map this for 2 to 3 months? I think that's genius. And that takes us out of the 24/7 burnout cycle that women are experiencing. We're gonna own the show. We're gonna, may set up and do script out 10 videos. And you hear this a lot from top leaders, see 10 videos, and then you take little snippets, and that goes on Instagram, right? And then another piece goes on a story, but you do need a little bit of support on it, on that, but one step at a time. Just make those 10 videos and get into action. Let's take up space. Let's get into action. All the great benefits that happen when we wrap our head around this in a big way is we're getting into action. We are going to be the influencer. We're going to make more money. We're going to speak specifically. We don't have to speak to everybody. We're going to only speak to our own personal story and speak to that one person who is going to be our client, our customer, and get laser focused. And I just think we're going to make more money. We can do this. And I believe me, I've been there. I know how it feels. I've struggled, and it's not anyone's fault too. We don't learn this. We're learning this now in this whole digital marketing world. So that's what I want to remind people. It's not our fault. We could speed it up, and because I've made my mistakes, but we could speed this up and just say, hey, we can make money faster. We could do this in a month. We can create our own story. We can have more time freedom. We cannot think about, oh, how am I going to pay my bill? But now you're going to think about, how can I make a bigger contribution? Really, So it's just going to be a wonderful, great thing. You can be the influencer, and we could take control of our destiny in this way. And we deserve it. Women, we absolutely deserve it. It's our time to be more empowered, make more money. And, and another thing is, we're not going to be thinking of people as competition. What would thing that happens is we're both all in the arena together. You're not even thinking of other people anymore. You're just thinking, oh, this is great. I'm doing this. And we're masterminding with other women now, probably going to retreats and live events, and we're not competition. And this is a better vibe. And you were supporting each other. And that's what you're doing too, as
Oh,
well.
I love that. And I love that you brought the other piece of this into it is yes, we're going to grow our business. Yes, we're going to make more money, but we are also going to help more people have a bigger impact on our clients and depending upon who you are and what you do on the world because we are in a space right now that impact and helping people is so important right now and it is time for the women to step up and they are I love the way things are flowing now and there's more feminine energy and more femininity even in men are understanding too that it's not just the whole hustle and grind and grr. There is purpose and meaning to having a little bit softer side, even for the men in the world. It's all about being real, being authentic, and doing what is good for what is you, what is real to you, your story, your past, your history, what brought you to where you are, how you figured out, to do these things, to help others learn from you. So I love all of this, Jane. This has been really great. So tell my people where to find you. And if you've got something to offer them, let them know that too.
Oh, great. I'm so glad you're so resonating with all this because this is the empowerment for women and men. We're all in this together, right? So the way to find me is I have a Facebook group that's called Stellar Visibility Leaders. So I am going to invite your audience to come in, and I have like a PDF for you. It's the 3 juicy ways to be comfortable on video. Just some quick wins here, and also a guide, 10 steps to creating content very quickly. And that will be in the group. And I am going to totally welcome you and, into the group. And what I'm going to invite you to do is just come in and let your fears go outside the door. We're going to come in, we're going to talk about create your story, create some content, and create consistency and rock it. So I am so happy to have this opportunity to share my story personally and see, how that can really support you as well. So you can find me there. I'm on Instagram at Jane Morba on Instagram and Stellar Lux Lifestyle, but that would be the Stellar Visibility Leaders would probably be a really good place to start. Look, I've learned from behind. I've learned how to do this making women look good from behind the camera. That came easy to me actually. But when I really realized in the digital marketing world that women, we have to feel, we have to not only feel, but also know that creating content online and creating money is the most important thing we can do right now. So I'm going to welcome you in. Thank you, SophieZo, for having me on your podcast. I feel completely honored. This has been, just a delight. Can't wait to share it. And you've been awesome. And I know so many people, I am happy to help them. Just, come in and we'll get this solved. Let's just get this solved. We can do it really quickly and we're going to just get you going and have a lot of success.
I love it. Facebook groups are such a great place to find support and love and help. And I love that you're offering a group and a few other things too, because, again, different ways to educate the people that are interested in what you do. So, well, thank you so much for being on the show, Jane. We are going to wrap it up now. Thank you to my listeners. And if you by chance have not already subscribed to the podcast, please do so. Leave us a few reviews if you really like this episode. And then, of course, I will see you all again next week.
Thank you.